Yeah, no. I
Welcome.
do have a I do have a download though for the Fate visual novel.
Welcome to Fate's
As I
Conversation Part 2.
Yeah, we're talking about the different timelines of the Fate Stay
I'm
portion of
sure
this.
we can find something else to occupy the conversational time for Team Sonic. It's a new episode.
Oh,
I mean, you can guys can keep talking about
so
it. I don't care. This is basically a podcast. You're free to talk about whatever you want. That's how I want this to be.
Well, let's put a pin in it for a second to explain one thing. MJ, you said you've played the majority of these games, right?
for the most part, yeah.
Or at least the early ones. So, Sonic Adventure, Sonic very clearly stated that the tornado was his plane, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
Why? Why does he need that?
To get to places really high that he can't get to?
To be honest, I think it's to get across the water because he can't actually continuously run across the water for long.
Can he not?
No, but that he's also afraid of the water too.
He's not afraid of it. He just can't swim.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He tries to avoid it, but he can't. He's not afraid of it. Also,
did
the
they
tornado.
just-
Yeah, the tornado just went and crashed and burned.
Well, that's technically the Tornado 2, because after Chaos, that's the Liquid Monster Chaos, destroyed the original Tornado, Tails rebuilt it to put his own unique spin on it.
No, it was the egg ship or whatever it was that shot it down.
Yeah, whatever.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, regardless, it got destroyed in the first, towards the end of the first Sonic Adventure, and Tails found its wreckage and rebuilt it.
Now we can go back to traditional Sonic gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ish. You're still in Heroes.
Yeah. All in all, the Fate series is confusing, to say the least.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering.
So the Fate series have
It's
have
got
games,
some
right?
stuff.
Are the Fate series like?
Oh yeah, no, the Fate series.
Are they
Yeah, that was the
RPGs?
whole thing. Like when I accidentally started this conversation by saying that Hassan of Serenity was cute, he was from one of the mobile games.
Yeah, so they have Fate Go, which is the mobile game. It's a gotcha game.
I just want to know if they're
Spin
RPGs
to
or action
win or
games. That's
spin
all I
to-
want to know.
It depends on the game, actually.
All right,
Final
well, that's
Fantasy,
fair.
there is an RPG. There's an RPG one for the PSP, which leads into the extra timeline, which leads into Fate Extella, which is Dynasty Warriors.
I'm already
But
getting
Fate-
annoyed by this conversation. I'm already getting annoyed.
There's the visual novels, which at least the original one covers the Fate Stay Night stuff, which we've been talking about for a while now. And then there's a couple of other ones I can't remember off the top of my head.
See, to me, this was cute when Dot Hack did it. Not so much for later stuff.
I mean,
where-
to be fair, it was with Dot Hack. For the most part, the games follow one central plot line.
well, they're all connected. There's no divergent timeline.
Yeah, with Fate Stay stuff, you've got divergent timelines. With like in the Fate Extra timeline, it's not actually Artoria that is the Saber. In fact, the main character actually hooks up with two servants, Saber and Castor. Saber being Nero, the Roman Emperor,
Yeah, the Emperor.
who is the best Saber, by the way, and totally adorable. Which is something to say for someone who's well known for slaughtering people. Just saying. Then you've got Castor, who is Tomomo, who is Fox Girl.
This Nero's kind of cute.
A lot of Fox girls lately.
Tomomo is Worst Girl.
Did you say horse or
Is-
squirrel?
He said worst.
Worst.
Sorry, I guess I was still on the animals.
She, yeah. Which I don't know if you're seeing one of the pictures for it, but Nero can make her dress see-through at will, because that is a totally useful magic power.
She's a little busty for my liking.
But Tomomo is Worst Girl because she's at least in the Fate Extella series, she's basically a rapist.
Ah,
Yeah, that's not.
Talking about wanting to get with you and, you know, how she has to control herself from just taking you and her lustful passions. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, I want Nero back.
well, you got to be careful, MJ, and remember that according to the American court system, women can be raped.
Yeah. In the court of the, you know, Moon server, I'm not exactly sure. Which, that's a story I'm not even going to try to get into tonight.
Court of the Moon server? Put a pin in that and remind me to ask you about it later.
We can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll go back to that at some point.
Is it anything like Court of the Star Chamber?
Not exactly. No, that was more of a joke. Basically, the Moon server in Fate Extra, when you beat all of the other servants, the Moon server opens up and you basically turn into Data to go into the Moon. Because the Moon's actually a giant supercomputer built aeons ago to facilitate the Holy Grail Wars.
Then no, we were having two totally different conversations.
Yes, entirely so.
Sounds
And
good.
trust me, mine is... it hurts.
Yeah, no, Court of the Star Chamber was a Michael Douglas movie in which a bunch of disgruntled lawyers take to basically this back room in one of their mansions to retry cases where guilty people are let off the hook and decide whether or not they should hire a hitman to execute their own kind of justice.
Interesting.
It's actually pretty good. The whole plot starts to unravel when they accidentally call for the death of some guy that actually was innocent, and then they have to try and catch the hitman before he goes and kills the fucker.
But, yeah, Fate Extra has a long list of characters from across the series because it's literally just its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
The three servants available to that character, to the character you play as, Hakuno, or Tomomo no Mei, Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, and then Archer, who is, quote unquote nameless, but it's actually Shiro who's an asshole. But they're less of an asshole than this. Because they don't have themselves to kill. Which is basically Archer's entire goal in Fate's Day Night is to kill himself so that way his self does not have to deal with what he done with. Because he feels time will just repeat itself. Then there's Berserker, who's Lu Bu.
Fitting.
Completely mindless and cannot even actually speak regular words. He literally just spouts out binary. Like, static and shit.
Interesting.
You have Ryder, who is Sir Francis Drake.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's got tits.
Noticing a lot of female versions of male historical figures.
Yeah, no, but luckily Gawain is also here. He is Saber, and he is a dude.
Oh, I didn't say I was complaining about it.
Oh yeah, no. There's also another archer, Robin Hood. There's Castor, who's a nursery rhyme, who is
That was confusing. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I think that was because of
I
the
can't
Team
really
Blast.
explain it.
I think that was because of the Team Blast.
Can't really what?
Maybe.
I don't know, but it was really confusing, and I'm glad it wasn't just me that got very confused.
Well, Team Sonic's Team Blast is weird because Sonic is actually moving throughout the level and interacting with them.
Yeah, it's... But they also, but all Team Blast have sort of secondary, like, passive effect that go off after, and it seems like Sonic's...
Because I know Team Darks freezes everybody, Chaotix gives you rings, Team Rose...
gives you a
What
bunch
did
of...
Team Roses do?
They give you a level up, it makes you invincible, gives you a bear, and... yeah, it pretty much gives you everything.
So basically turns you into God.
For a few seconds at least, yeah.
Well, that and all the level up certainly benefit from that.
I hate this part. I should have did like this with Team Dark, but if you do this wrong, you will die off the jump of this, no matter what.
Mhm.
Because the rocks
Is this another one of those ones where you don't have to push forward, or do you actually have to?
you have to. But if you push forward on the end of the ramp, it'll hit you. So you have to like let go.
Like this is built up to be one of those like Atlantean civilizations things for a long time, right?
Sort of, yeah. It's an ocean palace.
At what point did they decide that this was a fun thing to put on their thoroughfare?
You asking the
know.
developers or the ancient people that made the civilization?
Ancient people that made the civilization. At what point did giant like puddle spool things, like careening down ramps that people probably walk on? At what point was that a good idea?
With seemingly no trigger, by the way.
Always.
With seemingly no trigger other than stepping there.
And that why do they have to look so mean?
Also, how do you reset them? You use them once and then they're gone.
Well, the Knuckles tribe was an ancient civilization, and they had, or no, Chaos was technically their enemy, but there are primordial beings that could have done it.
But going back to how weird Fate is, in the Fate Extra timeline, there's also a couple other ones that you might actually remember from history.
I love how you told me you were going to give me a Cliff Notes version, and this is now a conversation spanning 2 episodes.
Hey, I gave you the Cliff Notes on the other one, which wasn't really Cliff Notes because the Fate series exists.
On the other hand, I did ask for this.
There's
boss is done.
Lancer and Fate Extra. Another. Oh yeah.
Is it
Did
just
it-
me, or like at one point in your life, did you always hear Knuckles saying shit when he punched?
I always heard him saying shit rock because he says shit and then he says rock and then he says rock after like the second
Rock.
hit.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Don't worry, you're not
And
the
you
only
did it all
person.
in the span of me not talking about, Fate for, a minute.
You had 30 seconds.
Had to get that boss fight in.
Yeah. Not even a minute, it was 34
Had to get that
seconds.
boss fight in into this Fate podcast.
Grand Metropolis. OMG, let's go shopping.
This is actually a really cool part though, I like this place. This is Della's favorite
Oh,
area,
I-
he said.
I mean, I personally can't stand big cities, but this looks like one that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Futuristic and seemingly healthy plants that... And, energy. Green alternatives, to be sure.
Well, in a universe where the Chaos Emeralds exist, you really have no reason to stick with gasoline for very long.
Yes. Go to Chaos
I mean, to
Energy.
be fair, most people can't even access the power of Chaos Energy, and I think if they tried, they'd probably just create a super nuke.
Didn't
It's kind of what Gun did.
Tails show them how?
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, there's also those little Chaos crystals that the military uses. You figure those would at least have to be a civilian use by now.
Whoa, that was weird.
Because what did they call them in Sonic Adventure 2, MJ? Like Chaos Drives or something?
something like that.
Yeah, those little colored things that drop whenever you killed a
Shit
robot.
rock. Shit rock.
Shit rock.
I messed
I
up.
don't know what kind of shit he has, but he's apparently shitting rocks.
It's like a kidney stone.
Yeah, I choose to believe in a world where those things are a thing, that there's a clean alternative to oil-based power.
You know, Eggman doesn't do that.
Or did he invent it, and that's how he has so much money to do stuff?
No, even in the older games, he never used oil. The first iteration of it, he was using animals' life force as a source of energy.
It's not exactly green, though.
No,
I mean,
as
technically it's true.
well as recent as Sonic Adventure 2, he's using those Chaos Drives that I just mentioned to power all of his robots.
Also, MJ, Eggman does not have money because he just said in the Team Chaotix ending that he has no money and will pay Team Chaotix when he takes over the world.
Yeah, said he plans on paying them after he conquers the world.
As soon as I conquer the world, I will pay you.
Which begs the question, metal for building robots, not cheap.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm just gonna assume that Metal Sonic actually just stole his money.
I'm just gonna assume that Eggman just steals the metal.
because in Adventure 2, he actually does at one point very early in the Dark Side story. He watches the news after Shadow robs the reserve bank, and like actually watches the news broadcast on it. So at that point, at least, he's rich enough to afford cable.
Or set up his own somehow.
That's true.
I'm assuming he could figure out cable if he knows how to make robots. I don't know.
Well, like his exact IQ, I think, fluctuates between games, but in pretty much all of them, pin it as being over 300. So I imagine he knows how to rig up a cable system.
I think Tails is like pretty close, if not like the same as Eggman's, if I remember correctly.
Tails, intellectually, is slightly inferior to Eggman, but he's more creative.
I don't know. Seeing Eggman's robots, a lot of them are pretty creative. Let's be real.
They're creative, but they're cookie cutter.
I guess so. I guess when you're building robots, you can do that.
Yeah, Tails is a better engineer. Eggman is just more intelligent and strategic.
He's a better scientist.
Hey,
He's also better at deception. There was one scene in Adventure 2 where, because Sonic and his friends planned to trick Eggman by giving him a fake Chaos Emerald to put into his little weapon of mass destruction so it wouldn't work properly and self-destruct.
Mm-hmm.
And Eggman kind of suspected it, and when they finally met up towards the end, he says to Tails, "You thought you could trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?" And Tails asked him, "How did you know it wasn't the real one?" And Eggman just chuckled and said, "Because you told me."
Yeah, he's pretty cunning.
Hey guys, I think we're getting off topic, guys. I thought this was a Fate podcast.
Yeesh.
It is not.
No, that was the last episode.
Yeah, so in that regard, Eggman is a little more forward-thinking, I guess. Like Tails thinks like an auto mechanic. Eggman thinks like a chess player.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't there like one game where the two of them had to work together for a little bit?
That was the end of Adventure 2.
Okay. As I say, the two of them creating something would be terrifying.
Technically, it's the end of Adventure 1, too, and the end of Heroes.
Oh, damn it, I knocked out.
Actually, now that I think about it, there is one last thing that I need to mention about Fate Go to solidify its worstness for you, Chris.
And what might that be?
There we go, now we can hear.
Blackbeard's in it.
Is he now?
Yes. And
Or would it be more accurate to say, is he now?
no, it's he. In the
Is he
scale
still going off
system
about
of
Fates?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
However, he managed to pique my interest by saying that Blackbeard is in it, so...
Mm-hmm.
Not fair, you played the Chris card, you know what he likes.
Yeah, Edward Teach is in it, and
Is that actually
he's a
Blackbeard's name?
2-star hero.
It's historically disputed between, like, Teach, Thatch, or some variation thereof. But considering it was a private or a very popular practice for pirates to take on new names so as not to bring pain or trouble back to their families back home, it's entirely likely that wasn't his birth name.
Yeah. But in a tier system of 1 to 5 stars, he is a 2-star, and he's basically worthless, and he's also treated as a good. Like an actual completed hero. And a
Well, historically, he wasn't even the king of the pirates. Black Bartholomew Roberts was.
yeah. But in this, he's just an otaku. Because in the Fate Go series, basically, there's this place called Chaldea, and mages run it and fix problems within the timeline with magic and shit and servants. And so, more or less, all the servants live there, and in Chaldea, and he happens to be there, and just kind of is a complete fucking otaku nerd and an idiot. He also just kind of looks dumb.
Watching Sonic Heroes and eating Reese's Cups.
Talking about Fates.
Mm-hmm. Like, look how dumb he looks.
Yeah, they don't really do him any justice, do they?
That is his first form. His third form is a little better, but it's still kind of dumb.
Yeah, no. Like the real Blackbeard was a historical badass.
Yeah, no, this guy is not badass. This guy is the opposite of badass.
Hmm.
Where they turned, King Arthur into a woman and kept all of the badassness and all of the problems because, guess what? Oh god.
If you wanted to make an ineffectual pirate that people make fun of, why not just use Jack Rackham?
This is tedious. All right.
Yeah, let me see.
God damn it, leave it to fucking MJ to chime in about the one chapter of history that I actually like.
And one thing I also know you like is stuff relating to King Arthur, a little bit at least.
Yeah.
What if I told you that King Arthur's son, Mordred, was fairly hot?
Considering a lot of other historical figures got the femme treatment in this series, it would not surprise me to learn as much.
Muscles. Let me actually get a better picture, but
that
she's
one?
jacked. Also, her armor's bad. She's in Apocrypha. She is Saber of Red, because in that one they break all the rules previously set up in all the other Fate series, and it's just a team deathmatch.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's Mordred's armor.
Huh.
And her casual outfit. She has a tiny gun jacket.
Oh, got a nice little Yaru thing going on there.
Yeah. More or less, the best way I can say it is she's the punk knight. She hates her father, or rather her uncle daddy, as because fucking Arthurian legends are fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like that's one of the few like legends that is so divergent.
Yeah, because if you remember, King Arthur was both her father and her uncle.
Well, that's one of those things where again it depends on the legends. Because some he had a child with what was it, Morgan. Some it was with Nimue. Others, Mordred wasn't even Arthur's child at all.
Well, the thing was, at least in this timeline, Mordred was conceived between Artoria and her sister, Morgan Le Fay. Or Morgana. Or Morgan.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's a little weird. Just go with that.
Nope. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just going to assume anime logic.
Yeah, people have explained this with a very good gift that goes around, which is basically Artoria, female King Arthur, basically going to Merlin and telling him to give her a big fat cock to have her own child.
Oh, I'm not child friendly anymore on this channel, on this video.
Oh, like you were ever.
I can dream.
Let me fix that. Let me make sure about that cock and ball torture.
Oh, not again with you.
I mean, because technically, the second you asked me to be in any of your videos, you kind of abandoned the whole kid-friendly thing. If that didn't cement it, having MJ here sure as fuck.
Wow, I feel so loved.
I thought you were about to say you feel so attacked.
No.
I was gonna say I don't say it to criticize you. If anything, it's one of the things I've come to appreciate about you.
Well, that was close.
But yeah, also in Fate Apocrypha, because Fate Apocrypha is interesting, you've got Jeanne d'Arc, who is basically a mediator between the two teams, but is totally not actually, how shall I say,
Person?
impartial. But basically, there's the black faction and the red faction, and the black faction is Nazis and Vlad the Impaler.
Well, the Impaler
And
is
their
a
sermons
Nazi.
consist- it's more like he's just been around, and the group that he's with is
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Darling Sonic. Amy, what are you doing here? Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
She's like, what, 13, 14?
Somewhere around
I'm
there.
not looking that one up.
She's younger than Sonic.
But now here's the thing though. You can get out of it by murdering her right here.
Give up. This time you're mine.
I wonder if
The
there's anything
cat and
about,
the queen will allow this because they hate her.
I wonder if there's anything about Mordred on this side.
There's plenty of Mordred stuff.
I'm sure there is. Not on this side, there's not.
Wow, that's pathetic.
There are 7 Dojins. 3 appear to be Joan
What
Dark.
website are you using?
Just the Dojins. And 3 appear to be Joan Dark. 1 is Joan Dark, along with some pink-haired chick who, if these thumbnails are accurate, is not actually a chick.
Pink hair, huge tits.
No, tiny.
Okay, never mind then.
Who is? Let me see if the tags tell me. Astolfo.
Oh, well, he's the writer of Black. He's the 12th paladin of Charlemagne. They're a trap.
Obviously.
I see that.
Amy sure doesn't give up, Daddy.
They're also adorable,
Place.
but they're a trap.
Sure is bright. We got some time. Feeling lucky?
Just to make sure. That person, right?
Let's go.
Yes, that appears.
Yes. That is Astolfo. They are 100% a guy. They have cock and balls.
Pinball table. Pretty cool.
So this site is very quick to educate me on.
Yes.
Yes.
But now if you want a good website with lots of hentais, I'm just gonna DM you this one here.
I'll look into it if I have time.
Thank God Deluxe not here to. This would destroy his virgin ears.
Oh, please, like he'd have any idea what we were talking about.
Dojin, what's a Dojin?
Love you, Deadlock.
Yeah, I love you too, Bo. But yeah, no,
like
that
to-
website's better.
I like to imagine him rolling his eyes at me.
Also, there was nice art, official artwork of Mordred in a suit. Like a traditional, like, I gotta find it now. Because she doesn't put on a dress when she needs to dress up, she puts on a rather looking good formal dress, or formal suit.
Pinball.
Because she wears the pants in any relationship she's in.
Which I can respect, but at the same time, suits don't really do much for me.
This one, though, it kind of works. It's stylish.
Definitely can't argue with you there.
Then it's not like it's gonna stay on long.
Then
We're
again,
talking, you know.
then again, I'm also like due mostly to my upbringing and my slightly, I don't want to say hostile relationship with my mother, but that. I also found myself
Not the
in
best.
like off-shoulder shirts and basically girls who dress like Morticia Adams.
So what you're saying is you'd like Mordred's casual outfit better, where they have a tight jacket.
Very much so. Like the rule I tended to follow by the time I was in high school is if I brought a girl home and she gave my mother a heart attack, she was rude.
Yeah, Mordred would open the conversation with some fucker. Probably.
Then yeah, she would get the Cinebrat stamp of approval.
Looks like wrong. This looks like the Fates conversation part 2 then.
In other news, Lust has a gambling problem.
I
Listen-
mean,
Listen, I just want the money. And the hookers.
yeah.
Lucky AJ's asleep right now. She'd beat the shit out of you for that.
What did
money.
I do?
Here we go.
That's her money.
Leave it to me.
Here we go. Got it.
That was the hookers. I lost it to her.
Yeah, she's probably one of the few in the squad who's sinned very
Yes. Yes.
very fluidly transitions into her actual personality.
But on top of Astolfo being the Rider of Black, you've got Vlad the Impaler, who is Lancer of Black.
Always
You've
fun.
got you've got Chiron, or Chiron, however you want to say it, who is Archer of Black. You've got
Oh, Tails is
Siegfried,
dead.
Dragon-Blooded Knight, as Saber of Black. Oh, Tails is dead. Oh no.
Oh, he's fine now. He got over it.
Wow. Now, my
I'll go
fa-
meta.
there are two favorites on the team of Black. So three technically. I can't actually include Astolfo on any list though because that's unfair.
Right.
My two other favorite ones are Fran, also known as Frankenstein.
Interesting.
She is Berserker of Black.
Makes sense.
And then there is well, basically they have Jack the Ripper, but Jack the Ripper is actually a really like cute tiny girl.
So clearly,
But
we
she's
found,
also
clearly we found a series that you like.
you make it sound you almost make it sound like I'm a child murderer or something, or child pedophile or something. Man, I feel
Yeah.
so offended.
MJ, I
But,
don't like the way
no,
you said that. It sounded a little weird.
I sounded a little weird. I was trying to figure out how best to say it without just saying something horrible.
Well, you said
Also, it just seems a little out of context because most of the characters, obviously minus Mordred and Hassan, seem a little more on the voluptuous side.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper's just a kid.
Oh, well, that's. I mean, liking a character and being attracted to a character, I find are two completely different things.
Yeah, but the internet these days.
Oh, I know. Still, I find them different, and that's coming from a guy who prefers small-breasted women.
Yeah. And then you have the opposite side of the spectrum, the Team of Red. Team of Red consists of Atalanta, the Huntress of Chastity.
there's our end goal. Sonic's dead.
Oh no, we lost the team leader.
Alrighty.
I guess we just have to replace him with like Knuckles.
We can't. Knuckles doesn't have his Pumpkin Hill music anymore.
Then you have Semiramis, who is the wise queen of Assyria, who is Assassin of Red. You've got Castor of Red, who is Shakespeare. Rider of Red is Achilles. Lancer of Red is Karna, who is the hero of generosity and also a demigod, or just straight god. I can't remember.
Knuckles died immediately.
Sounds about as useful as he's normal. Yeah.
Also, Zach, you said you've never played Adventure 2. How do you know what his Pumpkin Hill music is?
I've heard. I can go online and hear the music, and I can watch other Let's Plays.
Right, internet, stupid question.
Yeah, that's. Unfortunately, this is not the 2000s anymore. Or fortunately, I'm not really sure.
I feel it's bittersweet.
Pros and cons to everything.
Yeah, I find there were some things that were a little better or easier back then, but at the same time, it may also just be me talking from the perspective of a carefree child with no responsibility.
If I went back having the knowledge I have now, that'd be great. I'd be fine with it.
Oh, yeah, like that's, if anything, that's the kind of time travel I would prefer. Like, just send me back into my old body.
Like, I don't even have to change anything. Like, if I could do the same things again, like, maybe not exact same things, like some different things, but like, do pretty much everything the same, but know what's going on.
I'm the kind of person, and I find this is kind of a 50-50 split between my type and the other type. I don't regret the shit I did. I regret the shit I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think everyone has those regrets. That there's some things you could have done, didn't, or something you could have done differently.
There were a lot of some things I could have done and just didn't for one reason or another.
You know how many Pokemon battles I could have won had I done things just a little bit differently.
Oh god, if we're talking games, yeah, I could have.
I would have started
Oh,
YouTube a long
possibility.
time ago.
Yeah, the possibilities there are damn near endless.
I was just saying in general though. But yeah, a lot of stuff.
Hell, give me like a time frame. Like, let me know, hey, in 3 days you're gonna go back in, like, into the body of your, I don't know, say, 15-year-old self. Then, like, give me some time to actually look up like what some old lottery numbers were back then. Recite that shit every night before I go to bed, like it's my damn phone number.
I found. What was the winning number for this date?
Pretty much.
I mean, it sucked for the other person that won all that money originally.
Well, obviously, I would look for a day where it wasn't anything. I'm sure there's a site you could go on where, you know, past lottery numbers are.
Oh, what? Oh, my controller got disconnected. God damn it! I was like, what the hell? Why can't I control myself?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it sucks
But,
more because I need the
yeah,
ring
no.
here or the key here.
Uh,
And I ha-
Man, like, why do you gotta be so bad at games?
it's not my fault. The controller disconnected.
Well, maybe if you plugged it into your GameCube better.
God
The
damn.
only time this has been faster than like 4 frames a second for me was on the team selection.
Yeah.
I wonder why that's happening to you. Was it fine earlier when we were doing
I don't-
Pokemon?
I don't know. Maybe Discord's just having trouble keeping up with the game. And who's the Nekomimi?
That is Archer of Red, who is reopening. I actually close that tab. Going back in now. Back into Fate. Now that I've gotten you to ask the question.
You fell for the
See,
bait.
I doomed you there. Oh, da, 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 da.
Monster Girls, man. This guy knows me.
Archer of Red is Atalanta, the Huntress of Chastity.
Yeah, I don't believe that was.
Does anyone else see this? Oh, never mind.
What the fuck are you doing?
You saw me like grinding on the rail there, right?
Yeah, I saw you slide rolling along the razor's edge there.
I don't know how that happened. It was pretty cool though.
And I love how this casino's version of gambling is pinball.
Pinball and bingo. I mean,
So
it's
clearly-
kind of fitting because pinball was banned, not this year, but a long time ago, for gambling.
Pachinko.
It's a pinball.
Yeah, no.
I've never
Yeah.
actually played Pachinko, so I have actually no idea what it entails.
It's like pinball, but you have no control.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, no. She's Greek, and she's most famous for. She became famous after being the first one to drive an arrow into a Caledonian boar during its extermination. She is also a member of the Argonauts, and she has the tragic past of being born as the daughter of the king of a certain country, and yet being abandoned in the mountains by her father.
Huh.
Because 90% of heroes in Fate, basically as Lancer put it in a very good
That was
statement, the world only cares about those who have negative visceral impacts on their lives, because the negative emotions bring out the strongest side.
so basically no hero is complete without a sob story.
Let's go.
Knuckles unleashing them shit.
Let's go.
Oh, what's this? I don't know what that did, but I got it. Oh, that's what it did. There's a key there.
Hot damn.
This must be where Eggman keeps all his money. In that case, maybe we can help ourselves.
No. Oh, I guess that's why he has no money.
Because he robbed it all.
Because Team Sonic fucking robbed him blind. There's a short, I forget who it was by. Like, there's a collection of, like, brief Sonic animations, though. And one of them is Eggman on the ground with Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails just brutally kicking him while he's down. And mid-cry, he asks them, "Why are you doing this?" And Sonic goes, "Because we're Sonic heroes!" And they go back to their ass.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
Leave it to me. Let's go. Let's go.
I'll have to find the videos again and link them to you. A lot of them are pretty fucking hilarious.
Let's go.
Got it. Here we go.
Oh, so this you can kind of trick. God damn it!
Clearly.
You can kind of trick the and then
I don't know
die.
why it went up. I should have killed the robot first. That's my bad. But I was
Yeah,
gonna.
this you can kind of trick. Oh, god damn it.
But I was gonna say you can get all 9 numbers if you keep one of the teammates back. You can basically have one of them when they fall off. You just it'll switch to the other teammate, and you could just keep doing that, and you'll get.
Huh. I never knew that exploit. Generally, I just tried to get through this level as quickly as I possibly could.
That's fine, but I'm just showing. This is how I did it before, just to get all the bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Help.
Yeah, like just as was the case in Sonic Adventure 1, the casino levels just do not leave a good taste in my mouth.
Oh well, apparently they didn't. The trick didn't work because I think I hit the robot.
Well, you got the bingo on the first one. And you got it again.
I still have to hit the 9 somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's down there. I see it. Like getting flung everywhere. All right, I missed it. Whatever. Get me out of here.
That's fine. Don't need to lose all your money on that retirement home gambling.
I killed myself on purpose. I just want that to be known.
Why would you do that?
So I could try to get a key.
Zach, what have we told you about suicide?
It's badass.
Not so
Just because the anime girl is on the other side of the noose does not mean you need to join her.
If captured by that gold robot, you'll be taken away. We have to destroy him.
You will not get isekai. I'm sorry.
Got it. Here we go.
Leave it to me.
Damn, did I really fuck it up? I have to go back because I need the
Right.
key. I have to go back because I need the key. This is the only Chaos Emerald I need left. God damn it. I'm actually annoyed.
Time. All right.
I'm actually trying to... Alright, I just want to get the key and finish this level. That's my goal.
Leave it to me.
Got it. Here we go.
Leave it to me. Yay.
Got it.
I almost died because Knuckles almost died.
Leave it to me.
Got it.
Yep. And I will now have to go hit the bathroom. So you will be spared of fate commentary for now.
It's been a little bit since there was any.
Whoa.
Not that I'm
Well, in
complaining.
that case, let me talk about Fate Heaven's Night.
Shut up, leave.
Let's not.
This armor
Or no, sorry, it was Heaven's Touch.
Sonic on me to break. Knuckles, let's switch into power swimming. Let's go.
Actually,
Don't even need to hit the button. Speedrunning tactics.
Level up. There's bingo on the table.
Really?
Fun is just about to begin. Yes.
but before I go, I will leave you with this video.
I thought you were leaving already.
I
Get the hell out of here.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna leave. I'm only gonna be flipping my microphone up, so I'll actually still be able to hear you guys. Just so you know,
Let's talk shit about MJ.
I can still hear you, fucker.
Exactly. Well, I want you to know your faults.
And I can talk back. No, because if you start If you start doing that, I'll answer while I'm going to the bathroom.
Gross.
Here we go.
Leave it to me.
Bad touch.
Got it. Here we go.
Leave it to me.
There. Level up. Got it. Hey guys. Brad.
Oh, anyway, now that he's gone. So, does AJ specify in any certain type of marine biology, or you forget exactly what she does?
She majored in marine fisheries, but that it's kind of a vague field and it allows her to take on a lot of potential jobs. The only problem is a lot of it centers around research, and the way those people research like conservation and things like that is by catching a shit ton of fish, basically cutting them open and
I'll take care of them.
just doing things that way, which is utterly disgusting.
Yeah, it kind of seems counterintuitive to what she's trying to do.
Yeah, so she's been trying for a while to find an actual conservation job, but the problem there is most of them are temporary, most of them are in locations that frankly she wouldn't be cut dead in, and it's just a lot of trouble for what she wants.
I don't know. I was just curious because I honestly have a lot of interest in deep sea biology, so I didn't know she specified in a certain type of biology.
In like when it comes to like sea critters, she learned about a lot of them, like including the deep sea stuff. So she's knowledgeable on, or like she at least has a basic understanding of pretty much any kind of aquatic life, at least of the stuff we discovered already. It's just finding something to put all that knowledge to use with has been
Not there yet.
Here we go.
I understand. It's not easy.
Leave it to me.
well. The real problem is like a lot of her stuff. It's a stereotypical millennial job search where a lot of these places they want people with a certain number of years of experience. But in order to get experience, you need to work the job. But in order to work the job, you need experience. It's a fucking vicious cycle. No way out of it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Well, that's just how it goes.
Let's go.
She'll find
Well,
something.
It needs to go a different way because before long you're going to have an entire generation of people who can't find work.
Isn't that a problem? Didn't we have that problem before? Like a long time ago?
Something similar, I think, circa Great Depression. Then again, back then they deny you work just from
Just for
like,
race.
just for something hard. Well, like where you came from. Like I know either around that time or right before, like Irish immigrants couldn't find work worth shit.
Yeah. White people
Hell,
are
I've
racist to
actually-
everyone, even white people.
Oh, I've had to pop the bubble for a lot of my black friends when I explained to them that back then an Irish slave sold for less than a black one.
Most people don't know that, and it is kind of crazy to think, too.
Yeah. I bumped into this one guy in a like one of the local pubs that I sometimes help out at, and he's one of those guys who like wears the whole slave heritage thing on his shoulder. Which, you know, if that's your game, cool. I really don't care. But he was pushing on other people, saying like he's
Bingo.
like that the white bartender owes him like free drinks or shit because of it.
Yeah,
And
that's...
after explaining, no, that's not the case. Like, they brought me in to help kind of, you know, try to politely escort this guy out. And I explained that to him as well, and he, you know, called bullshit. And I actually pulled it up, and I'm like, no, like, look, this happened. Like, sorry, dude, but my ancestors technically had it worse than yours.
There's a lot of people that still do it, and there are some people that are still affected by it, so I can understand the rage from some people.
I'm just counting down the days until we're done all the arbitrary, where are you from, what color is your skin, Like, people need to learn that all humans are equally stupid.
One day.
Here's hoping.
Not anytime soon, but one day.
Of course, on that day, we'll, turn our attention skyward, and then we'll just be racist against aliens.
Which we may have right to fear, but we'll see when that day comes.
Honestly, it depends. I see no reason why there can't be peaceful coexistence, but then again, I'm partial to, like, monster girls and anime and stuff, so who knows? Maybe I'm biased in favor.
Very possible. God damn it.
That emerald that's not emerald color is getting away, Zach.
Technically, an emerald color can be any color.
Yeah, I know. It's just the way the carbon is collected.
Come on. More speed. These hills, like, make you lose momentum.
Well, that and having to bank left and right on the... like, to avoid getting hit by those mines doesn't help either.
Oh, thank God, I got it. I had to hold my breath for a second
There you-
there.
Yeah, that was a photo finish.
Usually it's the purple emerald that gave me trouble, never the yellow one. But whatever, I finally got the damn thing.
Yeah, that was a nice little butt pucker chase.
Yeah, I got that damn 4th Chaos Emerald.
So that one I can see you've played, or at least watch the Let's Play.
No, that one I played. I own that. I own this one too.
So many people give that game hate, but it really wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. It's probably even less glitchy than this one is.
Yeah, because they basically just refined the physics engine for Heroes, didn't they? I noticed a lot of the models look exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think they changed the models ever so slightly, but
Oh yeah, the moveset was slightly different. I know Shadow couldn't summon a black tornado like he could.
well, no, I'm talking about the models themselves, not the moveset.
If anything, they look a little better. Oh, excuse me.
I just remembered the next thing after this is Rail Canyon again.
Are we really reaching the halfway mark already?
Yeah, the game's short.
Midnight, friend, is that?
7 stages. Each has 2 individual stages within them,
Right, so 14 overall.
and then a boss after each one, so 3 technically. And some of them are really short,
Right.
so it just varies.
And the quote final story is just 2 fights, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 fights. But they're all pretty short.
Oh, yeah. Well, Metal Madness you fight as all 4 teams, and then Metal Overlord you fight as Team 3%.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. So apparently when you use the Team Blast, Sonic just destroys everyone else when you presses B.
Yes. Also, that was one thing I was a little disappointed with in this game, like especially since it was riding the coattails of Adventure 2, where they gave Shadow his own super form. I was disappointed that it just put Knuckles and Tails inside of a golden bubble.
Yeah, I don't know. That felt even back then. I didn't know about like Super Hypersonic and Tails or whatever back then, because apparently that was a thing in like the 2D games.
Yeah, in the older game.
Yeah, but even to me that felt like cheap. Like I was like, this feels off.
Yeah, like you've got it's basically the 3 most iconic characters in the series, and only Sonic gets the super treatment. Come the fuck out.
Yeah, whatever. This is a however old game. I'm not really gonna cry about it. They probably just didn't think of it back then.
I guarantee they thought about it. They were probably just limited by something or other. I don't know.
If anything, it'd be time. I mean, maybe money. Not, it shouldn't be money, but time is the only thing I can really think of.
It shouldn't really, because it was only for the one scene and the one battle.
Yeah, so it would just be a separate model.
Yeah, if there was a reason, I can't. I mean, I don't want to say processing power. This game didn't do too much for that.
Alright, I'm getting tired of this damn turtle.
Kratos got your number.
Damn, my number's 1 ring right now.
Leave it to me.
Oh, that was quick. Alright, I thought there was a little more to that. At least the reason I hate the Haunted Mansion version of this is it doesn't give you any kind of wall, and it's a lot smaller than this arena. I hate it.
Yeah.
Especially Team Darks, because they give you like a bunch of the giant hammer guys, which take up like a third of the arena, or half if they're standing right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's a son of a bitch. Alright, head for the
Team
terminal
Dark.
station.
Yeah, Team Dark is meant to be the punishing playthrough of this game.
Honestly, they're not that bad aside from like that one. Honestly.
It's more just like the bullshit that they cram into the levels. It's basically Team Sonic with
With more
Hey.
things.
it's just a teeth grinding amount of enemies that you have to deal with.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
lacking SP's ability to just fucking go invisible and ignore them.
I think Espio's the best speed character. I don't know. Amy has the best tornado move though.
Amy has the best tornado, Espio can go invisible, and Sonic and Shadow are just generally
Just faster.
pretty decent.
They're just faster, that's it.
Decent offensively. Power, I don't think there's really a whole hell of a lot of difference, though. I know,
It's just
Vector
their
and-
level 3, their moves when you do the 3B combo is different.
yeah, I know Vector and Omega have some pretty good ones. I think Knuckles got a little shafted because his doesn't cover as wide.
Oh no, Knuckles is good on the... What? I didn't touch it.
I think that's the problem.
No, usually those things you're not supposed to touch it.
Well, clearly that one you're supposed to.
Yeah, Knuckles is good against like certain bosses. Well, one boss, the Egg Emperor. Because if you get the level 3 version of his thing, he's just firing off a bunch of fireballs right underneath the Egg Emperor.
Oh yeah, that's the one where he punches the ground so hard, like little explosive fireballs come out of it.
Yeah, it comes out like a spring, not like a. Bid the Cats is okay for that because he just swings the fishing hook around in a circle.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what he does.
Yeah, his is not great.
Well, you can't have him too overpowered. Team Rose is already playing on these.
The flying characters, there's literally no difference between it. What the hell? Alright, apparently you can grind on these little rails here. Funny,
Yeah,
but annoying.
Oh, I sort of saw that, but yeah, I kind of gleaned as much.
Yeah, the flying characters are all the same.
Yeah, there's really no difference.
The fighting characters is situational. I would agree with you. Probably Omega or Knuckles are the best. Or Omega or Vector. Big is the worst, honestly.
I would agree. Which is unfortunate because he was already the worst to play as in the first Sonic Adventure.
That's not Big's fault, though. That's not his fault.
I know. Because really all he wants to do is kick back and relax with Frog. He was never supposed to be an adventurer.
His frog got caught. He wanted to save his frog.
Well, in the first one, his frog got possessed.
Well, yeah. In this one, it was just stolen.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Oh, you know what? No, because Metal Sonic was copying the chaos within the...
Yeah, Metal Sonic, turned into Sonic, and because Froggy had been possessed by Chaos
He
years
wanted the
prior,
he wanted the chaos data from them. This is what he said in their
yeah, the chaos data from the frog and Chao are basically born of chaos.
Looks like that case is being protected by the robots. We should take care of them first.
All right, this is annoying. Get out of here. This is the I'm annoyed button.
You figure, like the more I'm thinking about it, Eggman had to have had money before the events of this game, because the whole reason Rouge was in that vault that had Shadow and Omega in it is because she was looking for his treasure.
Unless she was there just by, like, expecting a treasure to be there.
I'm falling!
Oh, you mean like if it was only hearsay that led her there and he didn't actually have anything?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
I suppose that's possible.
Never know with these games, honestly.
Oh hey, frame rate. Friend, is that you? And it's gone.
There it goes. Like I said, were you having these problems earlier with Pokemon?
A little bit. I mean, it would do it for about 5 minutes, and then it would catch up, and then like 10 minutes later, it would do the same thing, and it would have to like catch up with itself again. But it wasn't 4 frames a second.
I wonder why it does that.
In what universe are those trains sitting?
What was the question? I couldn't hear you over the rails.
Like, in what universe are these trains sitting? Like, in what conceivable universe are these things approved by the Department of Transportation?
I don't think Eggman responds to them, so...
Leave it to me.
Hey, if the Joker even has to deal with the IRS and he won't even fight them, I don't think Eggman will fight the Department of Transportation.
That's a different canonicity.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, but it's still a fact that Joker, the literal insane madman, won't fight the IRS.
Either way, those trains are not up to code.
Oh hey, there's a key back there. Didn't you need one?
No, we got it for this area.
Oh, did you get the emerald?
Yes, we got the emerald.
Yep.
I had to die and redo the level to get it, but I got it.
Yeah, it was a butt clench finish, but he managed to catch up to it.
Whatever, then. Finally done with the emeralds, though. We're almost done with this
Yeah,
game,
that'll be
honestly.
good. Yeah, now once you're done with this playthrough, you can do the final altercation.
And then I'll work on finishing Paper Mario or Pokemon. Honestly, I could do either or because I know both the games pretty well. I definitely know Paper Mario better, though.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I haven't played XD in years. And eventually, when Platinum comes out, we'll jump back onto that.
That we will.
I think I gave you guys the ROM file already. If not, I have one. I can try to send it to you.
Let's wait until it comes out.
Yeah.
If you send it to me now, it might get bogged down with other messages.
No, I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying, like... I'm saying, like, when we have to. Oops.
You fool! You've killed them!
No, that's alright. The rail caught me for once.
Said no Sonic player ever.
I guess I'm a man of legend.
Is that like the semi-retarded train robot that Eggman just lets ride around on the same rail so it feels good?
Yes.
Apparently. The worst part is, Eggman chose to make it retarded.
I don't know, it could have been a programming error. Because he's been shown to have several robots that, frankly, just malfunction all the time for some reason.
I choose to believe that it's a choice.
Yeah, the only time he
Wait, what?
didn't keep a malfunctioning... The only time he didn't keep a malfunctioning robot around was in the first Sonic adventure, where he is actually shown, like, dismantling and rebuilding robots that fail him into something better.
That's Omega's entire plotline.
Well, yeah, Omega was Omega was the last of the East series, but I was talking about what he made. He basically, he gets, what was it, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, and Zeta together in one room, and he basically pits them together in a battle royale, and the winner is the one that gets to go on the mission to basically do whatever the plot for Adventure 1 demanded.
Yeah.
I think
And it eventually comes down to Beta versus Gamma. Obviously, you're playing as Gamma, so Gamma wins. But Eggman basically like tears Beta apart, just completely dismantles him, and rebuilds him as Beta Mob 2 that you have to fight later in the story, and it's actually kind of sick.
It feels brutal, but it's not because it's a robot.
I know, but it's that whole thing that you get in like a lot of works of fantasy of like when the robot develops emotion, and at that point it's not just a robot anymore.
No, I know. I know what it's going for. But I'm just saying.
I was about to say, if you got all 3 of your characters caught at once, I was gonna laugh.
No,
so
those
hard.
robots can only hold one.
Yeah, because Gamma, I think he makes the decision that the only way to like free his robot brothers from Eggman's grasp is to destroy them. So he goes on a mission to basically destroy the remaining like first 5 of the group, which leads to the his final boss, which is Beta Mob 2, and then realizing that he's the only one left to self-destruct, so that Eggman has no robots left.
Got it.
Leave it to me.
I don't like that they put those there around this small platform.
This must be the giant cannon's internal mechanism we saw before.
Just get me out of this. I hate the rail canyon. I really hate this.
Come on now. Don't do it, Sonic.
I think everybody does. This
Everyone-
is the dark middle chapter. This is the dark middle chapter of Sonic Heroes.
This is the worst.
Level up. Yes.
Level up.
I remember because I got this game for Christmas one year. I'm pretty sure it was the year it came out, but I don't remember.
I think the copyright date is 2003 for this.
Yeah, then I probably would have got it Christmas in 2003. But I remember, like, I played through it most of the morning because after the presents were done opening, like we would all kind of fuck off and do our own thing, and I was going upstairs and playing video games at this point. As soon as I got to this level, I became so disenchantedly frustrated with it that I fucking set down the controller, I went downstairs, and I ate lunch.
Yeah, this is.
I'm pretty sure Sonic Heroes was the first game that I ever actually rage quit, like for a minute. And I believe the following year, Luigi's Mansion followed.
No, Luigi Mansion should have been out first. Because Luigi Mansion was the first on the GameCube.
Right, but I didn't own it until
Oh.
after I had owned it.
Then that would make more sense.
Yeah, and I got stuck like right before the whole Bowser thing began. Like, there was some puzzle that I couldn't solve when I was younger, and I actually couldn't go back and beat Luigi's Mansion until right before I graduated high school.
When I first got Luigi Mansion, I got stuck at like one of the first parts where you have to turn around to see the mirror. Push the button.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't think of that, so I got stuck and I didn't know what to do. So I got stuck like right at the end. One of the other games I got stuck on for a while was F-Zero GX.
I didn't even bother with the F-Zero series.
Well, they're not easy to get, for one thing. There's only like F-Zero GX and F-Zero, I think, X in America for the SNES and for the GameCube. Oh, good. Now I have no speed.
What you were just doing should not have been physically possible. Well done, sir.
It should not have, but I did it anyway. Remember when we thought we could have mounted Gogmasios, Chris? Proved Deadlock wrong.
That you did.
I did it with
Yeah, like
I
whatever.
did it with Safijiva too.
Yeah, but at that point we knew you could mount that.
Deadlock didn't. I had assumed.
Well, that's because he stays on the ground with his fucking shield.
Got it. Here we go.
But there was one F-Zero that was released for the GameCube. That was the only one I tried, and it was not a racing.
Yeah, that was F-Zero GX. I own that one. I almost completed it, actually.
Huh.
It is really hard. Thank God this is the end of the level.
Got it. All right.
Oh, thank God. The worst level's out of the way now.
I was, I had played an abundant amount with my brother of Mario Kart Double Dash beforehand,
Yeah.
so I was more used to that style of racing game, and F-Zero proved to be just a little too brutal.
F-Zero is its own thing. Let's be honest. It is.
I have noticed.
It is difficult.
I have had better luck on those fucking Fast and Furious platforms in arcades than I did on F-Zero.
Yeah.
That thing
Like I said, after a while, I got really good and I completed, but there were like 2 courses on the hardest difficulty I couldn't finish. Actually, 3.
Huh.
So there's like 4
That was
things.
kind of
Yeah.
that was kind of how Sonic Riders was for me. Like, it was a completely different racing dynamic than what I was used to, but after I learned it, I was pretty good.
God, I get to do this again.
All right, one down.
Now we gotta attack the body.
I'll destroy them all.
Knuckles saying he'll destroy them all. It's funny because he can't hit the damn thing.
No, he really can't. This is not the power person.
This the flight person can barely do anything,
Yeah, this is the speed person.
and all it is
Robot
spamming A.
Yeah, the robot hordes and the egg emperor. That's the power person.
The Egg Emperor actually can be the flying person pretty good, depending on which one, especially if it's Team Dark, because they just freeze time.
Well, now that I think about it, so can the robot.
Alright, I was trying to get to the side, because doing the side is doing more damage, but alright.
What the hell happened there?
I lost all momentum.
I saw that. Like, I know he's an expert at copying data, but Metal certainly got Eggman with speeds and mannerism, even cut and run attitude pretty damn fast.
Alright. There we go. Not too bad. Also, he has no bones.
The Eggman?
Yeah, like, if you look in there, his arms, like, completely bend, like, circularly. They don't bend, like, triangularly.
Who's every other character in the series?
Yeah, but I mean, like, Eggman's, like, human. You know?
Ish.
Compared
He's
to,
Mobian.
compared to these guys. I like how Tails says that after the Eggman robot says it. I like to imagine the Tails didn't realize it was a fake until it heard the voice.
Sonic.
It's not an Eggman robot. Sonic, Knuckles, wait for me.
All life-form data successfully copied.
Okay,
That's like the 3rd time he's popped up.
that's like the second. You hear his voice.
I really do feel bad for Metal Sonic. He's a sympathetic villain to me.
Compared to most in this series, yeah.
Also, I'd like to ask how they never noticed the giant air fleet coming this way.
Well, when you're fighting
Well,
one
it's not
robot,
Something that just well,
Because he doesn't go out and cause chaos because he wants to. He was programmed to believe that he was the real Sonic, and that this guy is just a fake.
it's a shitty reality.
Yeah, well, that's the reality he was built with. So
What?
he's a victim of the way that Eggman built it.
Imagine having a fake robot of you that tries to be you because it like believes it is you.
Yeah, because it was programmed to believe it was you.
Yeah, that would.
if it was programmed to believe it was me, it probably would have committed suicide.
Well, no, because
Like that-
it would be you, and you didn't commit suicide yet.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Eggman does the shit he does because he's greedy and power hungry. You know, they can edge. Metal Sonic is just doing what he was programmed to do. He doesn't know anything else.
I don't know if they'll put him into sympathetic villain category.
Oh, did you guys see that
Well-
just then?
What?
Tails like started glowing and a weird sound was happening for like a second.
I don't know. Maybe it was a level up?
No. Tails doesn't have a level. A lot of
Yeah,
weird
I
bugs
guess
with
he-
this that I'm just now
He
seeing for
was
the first
channeling
time.
the power. He was
Oh.
channeling the world power, obviously.
If not sympathetic, what's I guess that would be what, an empathetic villain?
I don't know if he fits either one of those, because even after he is proven to the point that he is not the real Sonic.
But
Yeah,
well, it can't fight it. It's like fighting your. Oh, I can't even say
Well,
that.
no, to a degree, yes, I would say that he can't fight it, except he's been known to be able to fight off his programming.
Well, it depends on how you view robotics, because there's a lot of continuities where their programming is everything.
Yeah.
And given the way that Eggman designs them, like where he wants subservience and adherence to what he designs above all else, overcoming his programming is probably not something that Metal is physically or mentally capable of.
Well, I would agree with that, except we have this story where Metal literally just, literally is able to go against his programming and take Eggman hostage.
And eat him.
Yeah.
Be careful.
That's
So he's very obviously able to go against his programming.
Well, I know because it's not the first time Eggman has had insubordination trouble with him.
Should we use it to fly again? Take this!
Because I think in one of the older games, like I think it was one of the ones that was immediately before Sonic Adventure 1, Metal did something that ended in basically in a stasis chamber in Eggman's ship. Actually, if you go out to Eggman's facility in the jungle, you can actually see him in the tube along with another Sonic robot.
Yeah, but he's very obviously been shown to be able to go against his programming. Because after a while, he just ditches Eggman.
Well, wouldn't that be going for his program? If he thinks he's Sonic, he wouldn't want to work with Eggman.
Yeah, in the early continuity, he viewed Eggman as more of an ally than a creator. Because if he viewed Eggman as a creator, he would have to acknowledge the fact that he was a robot.
Yeah, but the thing is, even afterwards, once he understands that he is Metal Sonic, which he does understand after a while.
He knows his name is Metal Sonic, but he still views himself as the real deal.
Yeah,
Which-
it's one of those things that
honestly,
I think he understands after a point that he is not the real Sonic. He may be programmed for that, but I think it's more that he aspires to be the real Sonic as the wall just eats Knuckles.
Yeah, I think the way he sees it now is the fact that there's two Sonics, but there can only be one of us. It's the classic cowboy of there's only room for one of us in this town.
Well, I think in the climax of this game, like as you're facing off against Metal Overlord, his first words, like before the battle even
God damn it.
starts, are "Long time no see, Sonic, my loathsome copy."
We'll have to see here, but I think that it's one of those things that
Yeah, as I recall, in this game, he's still under the impression that Sonic is just a copy.
Do you guys like this PNG background?
yeah. But depending on, but if I remember correctly, according to other, lore and stuff from like the other series and stuff, other games, Metal basically understands that he is a creation, and if I remember correctly, that's actually how Sonic defeats him, is telling him, is convincing him that no, you're just a robot. But with that, it definitely comes to the point of, if I'm not the original Sonic, then I'll become the original Sonic.
By
Killing you.
Yeah, by killing the original. I gotta watch that anime-looking OVA that they released.
Sonic X is on Netflix right now.
No, not Sonic X. That was
Sonic CD?
Sonic
Is that the game?
Underground.
no. I know Sonic CD was a game. It looks like like the OVA to an anime, and like Metal Sonic is the villain.
Let me see. Is it this?
Leave it to me.
I like. This is kind of the game that's just been
Because I
playing
know
tonight.
Sonic
Is
Boom
it
has
this?
an anime opening.
No, it wasn't that opening. It was let me
By
find
the way, that is a fiction soundtrack.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love that song. But no, let me see if I can pull up an image of the Metal Sonic I'm talking about. Oh, and I forgot that was the webpage I left off on. Thank you, NJ.
Which one?
The one you sent me.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey man, I'm a bro, and I will tell you where to get the good porn.
So it is.
Though do be careful in that one because depending on the like all Dojins, all Dojin sites, it does not have the
Just make sure safe
it does not always
safe
have
search
the
is on. That's all I say.
No, there is no safe search. Just remember, read the tags.
Oh yeah.
If it says Guro or stuff like that, run.
I'm concerned, but I don't want to know.
No, Guro, Guro. It's more or less
Keep in mind I'm recording.
blood, violence, murder, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's.
There's also Riona, which depending on it can be good, which is basically just what? Good job. It's basically just fighting and
You manage that.
you gotta get over there.
I look away for 5 seconds.
That's all it takes. Gotta go fast. I can't
But
see.
yeah, no. Riona, depending on how it's done, but it's also mostly like beating up women, which usually leads to the sexual one.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Depending on it, it can be good if used in lesbian wrestling.
Oh, for fuck's sake! This is this is a still of the Metal Sonic I was talking.
That's Sonic CD.
Is it?
I think so.
I like frogs.
That fruit can take out the enemy.
Yeah, that's Sonic. That's Metal Sonic from Sonic CD.
You just blew them up with the Proto style. Do you realize that? Okay, so this was a game that had anime cutscenes then?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, no, correction. This is a series. This is not a show. It's a movie.
Yeah, it's an OVA.
Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. And that's technically not Metal Sonic, it's Hyper Metal Sonic.
An upgraded version?
Chaos Emeralds probably. Because Sonic. Hyper.
No, it's actually just Metal Sonic, but with Hyper at the front.
Yeah, because I know Metal has gone through several incarnations via upgrade. Because technically, the version that you see in this game is a version called Mecha Sonic.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think Mecha Sonic is different from this. Like, there's another one called Mecha Sonic.
Mecha Sonic was. You remember the two I mentioned that were in Eggman's sort of jungle lair in Sonic Adventure 1?
No, I didn't play Sonic Adventure 1.
The black one with the glowy eyes was technically the original Mecha Sonic, but it is strongly implied that when Metal breached containment and imprisoned Eggman, Mecha Sonic was one of the first things get to it.
Man, Sonic lore is just confusing.
It's... yeah. That's the problem you run into when the continuity is spread across games, shows, in Sonic's case, comics.
Good frog.
Yeah, no. In this one, it's literally a whole setup for Sonic and Metal Sonic, and and from what I understand, most of the run is Sonic versus Metal Sonic. But Metal Sonic has a little bit more of Sonic's personality than Mecha Sonic. And it ends up several times with the personality taking over and him doing good. But do you want me to spoil the ending?
Yeah, go for it. It doesn't ruin it for me at all.
Okay. So more or less, Metal Sonic.
Zach, no.
God damn it, Zach! I looked away for 5 seconds.
Stop looking
Basically,
away.
after saving the president and Old Man Owl, after saving them, Metal started malfunctioning again, which caused him to be knocked into a lava pit by falling debris.
Wait,
The heavily damaged, nearly unable to move, Metal saw Sonic trying to rescue him and began crawling towards him. To Sonic's surprise, however, Metal refused Sonic's rescue and to announce to him that there was only one Sonic. As Metal now realized that Sonic was the only one of them that could remain. Accepting his fate, Metal allowed the rising lava to consume him and melt him down the slab.
So he T2'd himself.
Yeah. Well, it's more like he understood that he wasn't Sonic and killed himself. Or let himself die, rather.
So is that considered canon as far as the games are concerned?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I was
To
gonna
be
say,
fair
'cause
though,
if
these
that
games
happened,
aren't. These games are barely canon to each other. They acknowledge the other's
Yeah.
existence, but that's about it.
That's true. Yeah, even then, there's very few that actually. Because Adventure 2, Heroes, and Shadow are all in the same continuity.
Well, this acknowledges Casinopolis. I'm not sure what that's from in this game.
Adventure
I
1.
think it's from Adventure 1.
Yeah, Adventure 1 had Casinopolis. Shadow makes repeated references to Adventure 2. So it can safely be assumed that those 4 games, Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Heroes, and Shadow the Hedgehog, are all in the same time. But then you get the Sonic Storybook series, which is its own thing.
And Sonic
got,
06 is its own thing.
Yeah, Sonic 06 is its own thing, and that was thrown in a little Pandora's box in the back of Sega's closet, and hopefully fucking left there for all.
Sonic Unleashed
then
is
you've
its
got-
own thing.
Sonic Unleashed is its own thing.
Alligator's its own thing.
There's something really big about
What?
This part freaked me out as a kid.
Texas alligator, I thought.
But I think that's a crocodile. That ain't no alligator.
Actually,
Actually, no. It's got like features of both.
if the
Florida
frame,
Swamp Cat.
if the frame rate would chill the fuck out long enough for me to see it now, I can tell you one way or the other.
It's got a long snout,
It's
but
just a-
it's rounded.
It's a Florida Swamp Cat.
Dude, I fucking hate alligators and crocodiles. I hate them.
Dude, they're cool though.
They're cool, but I won't want to be anywhere near them, even if they're like in a tank
yeah,
at a zoo
no,
or
of course
anything. Like they freak me out.
Dude, there was a I think it was a 7-foot one washed up on the beach in Galveston, still alive.
No problem.
There's one in somewhere in Africa. It's not in Africa. It's like a saltwater crocodile. It is really old and it purposely just kills people because it's gotten
I
so
believe it.
big.
It's probably gotten tired of being hunted.
Well, yeah, it's got bullet holes like in it.
Yeah. But no, in Galveston, since we've got the bay in between Galveston Island and the mainland, there are several small like sandbar islands that alligators live on, and sometimes they will occasionally swim around the island onto the beach side, and tourists will bump into them in the breakwater.
Yeah, see, no, that's a no. This is why I also don't like going in the ocean.
We have a date night man too. Isn't that so?
Well, I also go in knowing that there's probably at least 20 things within as many feet of me that probably want me dead. I just don't care.
They may not want you dead. It's just coincidence that you may be dead.
Oh, yeah, I understand that there's 20 things in as many feet of me that have the capability to kill me.
That's the best way to greet those you haven't seen in a while. Come on, those guys. Now, how do they know me?
I think it's here.
It's just Rouge left, but I don't know where she is. Oh, she's gone.
Well, you made her moan and then she disappeared.
That's how it usually goes. Ah, perfect. Only 22 seconds. That's how I like it.
There's a joke to be made there. I'm above it.
There's a joke to be made there because I set it up that way. Real quickly, by the way, why did they make the one scene with Knuckles and Rouge overly sexual? In Sonic Adventure 1, I think it was.
2. Rouge didn't feature until 2.
Okay, then Sonic Adventure 2.
But yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I think they, I really wanna hope that they had intended to develop their relationship a little further. They just never got around to it.
Saw earlier.
Ooh, stop it, Knuckles.
Because in the end credits scene of Adventure 2, like they have a sort of a tender moment as well, like while the credits are rolling. I think they had intended to do more with the two characters, and just for whatever reason.
They do a little bit in this one at the end too, but not much. It's more like it's just like Rouge teasing Knuckles.
I mean, because Knuckles does chase after her. I think they have a sort of like love-hate relationship depending on what the circumstances are.
Well, she wants the Master
But-
Emerald. He's like, no.
She's just free. I mean, yes, she obviously has, the desire for the Master Emerald, which Knuckles is imminently in charge of. But I think maybe because he's younger and frankly dumber, I think he is expecting a little more than that. Because by the time of Shadow the Hedgehog, their relationship is pretty much none.
He's not exactly dumb, but he's not smart.
He's, how best to put it?
He's not.
He's not unintelligent. Well, in the recent games where they make them look bizarrely more human, actually.
Oh, you're
He's
talking
illiterate, doesn't know.
Yeah, you're talking about the
Yeah,
Sonic
like
Boom.
the Sonic Boom series. He's illiterate. He doesn't know right from left. Those games, they made him look.
They did that on purpose,
in
but
the-
we don't talk about those games.
Yeah. No. In the actual games, the good games, he's not stupid. He's just easily deceived.
Yeah, he's not smart.
You surprised me.
No, because Eggman tricks him several times. Sonic is, like pretty much everybody else in the main cast, is able to easily convince him of things he either doesn't want to or doesn't realize.
Leave it to me.
Oh, whatever. He's Knuckles, and we appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
And he can glide.
And unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle.
Look, the door's open.
And he can glide with dreadlocks. So explain that one to me. Still
I'm
doesn't
having
make
trouble
sense.
seeing him as a kid, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I've seen a kid. Then again, Sonic looks nothing like an actual hedgehog, so.
I think there's just some rough animal likenesses, but I can't see it for Knuckles.
No, yeah, he looks nothing like an echidna. I've tried to see it. I've tried likening, oh, maybe this could be. No, I can't see it.
The only one that there's a few that hit it, like Rouge kind of does, but she like looks like a bat and a fox.
Yeah, I say she looks more like a fox because bats, their wings and their arms are the same appendage.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make sense
No, I
for this
no,
game.
No, to
Well,
be
I mean-
fair,
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some early character development art somewhere that depicts her as having her arms and her wings as the same appendage. But I can also understand why, if that idea existed, it was scrapped.
it sounds terrifying to be honest.
It does.
Yeah,
sound
that's
terrifying.
probably funny. It would be
No.
it would be more
I'll say though-
anatomically accurate to her namesake animal, but it would be terrifying.
Now, I don't know how that we can say she's anatomically correct to a fox or a bat or close enough because she has fairly huge tits, and I don't think I've ever seen either animal tits.
Would you stop with the titties?
Clearly, you've never seen a mammal pregnant.
He's got a point. So you're telling me Rouge is
I mean,
constantly pregnant?
but I do say that understanding that it's a circumstantial example.
God damn it, they spawned on top of me.
Rouge is very clearly not pregnant, despite whatever Rule 34 enthusiasts would have you.
Ugh. That
I
creeps
think
me
they
out.
wanted her and Shadow together for a while. And
I
then it
don't.
went to
Yeah,
Shadow
I don't.
Tails.
I don't understand that fetish.
What, her
I don't understand that one or inflating female characters like Macy's Baby Lips. I don't quite get that either.
Eh, it's to each their own.
Oh, I know, and I'm certainly not about to shame anybody who has that preference.
I will,
just
you
saying,
freaks.
I personally do not understand.
The others may not judge you, but I will.
I understand. I understand given my inclination. Yeah, I understand given my inclination towards Monster Girls. I am in no position to judge anyone else on what they do and do not like.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be a brownie. You could want to fuck a horse.
Yeah,
I thought you said a brownie for a second. I was like, what? Is that a racist thing?
Honestly, even with Monster Girls, I kind of draw the line at centaurs. I'm not really interested.
And it really has to depend on the centaur because some of them are just too far.
Or two what?
I ain't fucking no
they're
horse.
too far. Like the horse.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not interested in anything that deviates from human physiology in that regard.
Yeah, we're not about that.
Yeah.
No, like elves, demons, like
They're-
lamias I've seen depicted with, accurate physiology in that regard. That's all well and good. Mermaids do. But yeah, centaurs, like as soon as you get to actually doing it with the actual animal part, no longer.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say though, and I think this is something we can all agree on, is that elves are only useful as top toys.
What'd you say? You
You
know
heard
what?
me.
No, I didn't. But you know what? I don't want
Oh.
to now.
Depends on the
said-
type of elf, frankly.
I said elves' only use is as pleasure toys
That's racist.
because elves are useless otherwise.
Racist.
Yes, I am racist towards elves. I thought I made this well known before in this group.
Don't you
And
hate?
yet you play a half one.
Yes, I play a half one.
And he hates
And
himself.
yes, I will say that is racist.
He
And
hates.
yes, I do hate myself.
He hates half of himself.
But again, depends on the elf, because I mean, really, I know very little of Drow culture other than what you tell me, but they seem to sort of fall into that. High elves are statistically just pompous assholes, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pompous assholes who will have no right to be pompous assholes, which is why they best serve elsewhere.
Okay, so see, in that regard, I'm willing to agree with you with a punish fetish.
And then you have wood elves who are just hippies.
Hippies or hunters, depending on the continuity.
They're hippies. Just because you use another H word does not mean that they are not hippies.
I feel like I tend to confuse them more with druids, because I know they respect forest and shit, but I think there's so many different continuities. Like, some wood elves are good, some are confusing.
I don't know.
And in some fantasies, they eat the corpses of others in order to gain their memories.
How bizarre. Chris, write that into the D&D session.
Well, and I know in the Elder Scrolls world, they fast usually before giant battles because wood elves in that universe are purely carnivorous, and eating the corpses of their slain enemies is good sustenance, I guess.
Yeah.
Delicious.
But, it's an internet meme going around that basically elves have only one use.
I'm sure that's been a thing for way longer than the internet.
I mean, yeah.
Halloween with all these ghosts. Not bad. Yeah.
Okay, so clearly Halloween exists in this world.
Apparently. Skeleton Bro.
They did a good job of the music in this game.
Oh, they always do. Sonic games have really good music for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Hell, during the darker days of the series, circa 06 and a couple of the games that followed, that was really good quality.
Yeah, the worst songs in this game, unironically, come from Rail Canyon. In my opinion, at least. Music is opinionated most of the time.
I can't really remember the music in Rail Canon, which leads me to believe you were right, because if it was good, I would have remembered it.
Here's a good one, Chris. The reason why elves have a whole bunch of apostrophes in their names and stuff is because they're all talking in southern accents.
Alright, that's kind of funny.
That would actually be kind of cute.
I mean, what kind of silly? We're talking like a
follows
sub.
up as, we're talking like Boomhauer southern.
Oh, so a bunch of gibberish and then a half a sentence thing.
Yeah, at that.
What? Alright, whatever. Alright, bobsled.
I don't know. Pointy ears are still cute. I'd probably still hit it if you let me.
Be sure not to hit any ghosts.
Be sure not to hit any ghosts. Immediately hits the laser.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a ghost.
Fucking Boomhauer. I'm seeing him pop up a lot lately.
Really?
Yeah, the show's coming back into popularity a little bit.
It's not like they're gonna make another.
I don't think they could.
I don't know.
Got it. Level up. Shit. Shit.
King of the Hill, though, that's Mike Judge, right?
I think so.
There's that switch again.
And yeah, he'll probably come up with some project later.
Leave it to me.
If he hasn't already.
Yeah, 'cause he's,
Let's go.
there's Beavis and Butthead, there's King of the Hill, there was Office Space, which anyone who's ever worked a monotonous 9 to 5 needs to watch that movie.
Leave it to me.
Idiocracy, of course.
Heard of that one, but I haven't watched it. I don't know. Shows
It's
lately
a-
have not been entertaining to me.
I'm sure it's labeled as science fiction, but scarily enough, it's becoming surprisingly accurate. So if anything, watching it will prepare you for the possible future of mankind.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
You know, in some perceivable dimension in the multi-universe theory, there is a dimension where all of us have all the hentai girls in actual life.
Oh, I know.
There's also a universe
You know.
where we're all the hentai women.
I just want to put that thought in everyone's head,
Oh, I know. That's been in my head.
and then think of the reality that we're in.
I have.
Let's try removing it first.
Not happily, but I have.
It's not the worst reality, obviously, but
It's really not.
I feel like
No,
we're
all things considered, I turned out pretty okay.
I think we're in the middle of the road in terms of the reality we're in.
More or less. Like, again, there are several things, like, especially in my
Leave it to me.
later teenage years, that I really wish I would have done. But other than that, it's
God damn it!
like I have done a pretty damn good job of not having any regrets.
I hate this enemy.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, I don't much care for these things either.
Specifically this one, because you have to hit on the head. I can't see its fucking head. The camera doesn't want to work with me either.
Leave it to me.
I see that. The camera just Drake of the 99 Dragons to your ass.
You know, people complain about Super Mario 64. This camera's worse,
Leave it to me.
which is bad. Like, it's fluid and it moves.
See, I never had an issue with 64's camera.
Neither did I.
Got it.
But people like to fucking complain, don't they?
Leave it to me.
Well, it is the internet age. You can say whatever you want and be protected by a veil of anonymity.
Leave it to me.
You're protected by the other people that agree with your opinion.
You'll be protected by people that just want to agree with you. Be real. Because at the risk of sounding elitist or pompous, a lot of the times, especially when people are young, they have no idea what the fuck they believe.
It's true.
Like, that's why you see a bunch of, really, like, a prime example of it these days is children posting on social media.
Jump now. Jump now. Jump.
Well, that worked out either way.
Got it. Level up.
And, I keep forgetting his name. He hasn't really done anything worth remembering, but Will Smith's kid.
Oh, Jaden?
Yeah, that's him. Like his Twitter posts have been just ridiculously dumb.
It's kind of funny, but sad.
They're funny, but they're stupid because you know he actually believes that shit.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Will Smith. Because you know it's not his fault that the kid's this stupid.
Oh, I know.
His daughter apparently is
Well,
pretty good.
then
Wait, yeah, Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've only, like, obviously I've only seen him in movies and what few interviews he's done with people. I honestly have no idea what the man's life is. I mean, statistically, I am aware that rich and, you know, popular people do not always make the best parents, but I don't know if that's the case.
I don't know. I trust Will Smith.
Let Sonic take care of this.
I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt. I have no reason not to.
Am I supposed to do something here?
Let's use those
Okay.
as steps.
What is this?
It's a little puzzle based on each character.
Proud and noble race, we are not lewd. Bullshit.
If it exists, it can be
That's what I
lewd.
was referencing.
That's left the tail.
Let's go.
See, I like this part of the game where you have to, like, kind of actively use each of the characters to their own specific strengths. I don't think, like, this is the best
Well-
application for this, but I like it.
Yeah, but it actually makes you play around the dynamic that the game was built on.
Yeah. And it's good because it's late in the game, so, like, you've been used to the game already.
Mm-hmm.
This is all Knuckles.
Is it all Knuckles? I can't fucking see, dude. Dude, this red is hurting my eyes.
Ugh.
I know what they were going for. Again, I get it, but it's hurting my eyes, dude.
I mean, I can appreciate the angle they're playing with the sort of psychedelic mind trip part of the level.
And then it comes out to this nice serene place, which you could still die in if you fall off. Although, to be fair, if you fall off at this part, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's still an A after taking 8 minutes. The Haunted Mansion takes so goddamn long. It's not bad, it just takes forever.
The ranking system in this game perplexes me.
I don't know. It's probably based off of the scores they had when they were testing this game. And then
Probably.
they're like, alright, what's a decent score? That or they just said arbitrary things.
What a joke. What did you say?
Well, Hideki took 10 minutes to complete the Haunted Mansion, so anything less than that will give him an A.
It could be.
Payback time, Eggman.
Oh, I know. Again, I don't know what their lives are like.
Ready. Level up.
Literally everything I know is about Japanese culture is either ancient history or fictitious anime.
Got it. Shit. Yeah.
Level up.
Too cool. Level up. The case opens if we destroy the robots. Maybe we can use the item in
Oh, that's a lot of gold turtles. Destroy all the gold turtles.
Level up.
Too cool. Take this, take this. Take this, take this, take this.
Level up.
Shit,
Oh,
shit. Yeah. Shit, yeah. Looks like there's a bunch of them. Come and get some. Them all.
We won't give up so easily.
They're everywhere. Not that. Level up. Too cool.
thankfully this is much easier than Team Darks.
Mm-hmm.
Almost there, I think.
Too cool. Them all. Shit.
Alright then.
Smash them all. Shit.
Alright, Knuckles is a bit better than I thought he was.
I've seen that.
Yep, this is the strat. Just stay up here and press B.
That was great.
Got it. What's the matter? Got nothing left?
Keep 'em coming.
I'm just warming up. This is only the beginning. Take this. Shit. Yeah. Here we
Leave
go.
it to me.
Got it. Here we go.
That was great.
This should be the last area. Yep.
That's it. Don't get too excited, boys. Those were the
All right.
easy ones.
And we're on to the last two stages and boss. Knuckles' shoes look like Legos. Like the tops of them look like Legos.
Thank you. I've always thought.
I didn't notice it till just
this
now.
So I guess this means that we actually have to figure out like who gets to choose the first game for Zach soon.
Well, I want to try to get one of the other games done too, so I'm not doing too many things at once.
Well, I mean, it might be good to just figure out ahead of time.
All right. Well, we can roll for who's gonna choose,
Okay.
but we'll do that after this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the last story tomorrow, 'cause I'm getting tired. But I'm gonna finish this tonight.
All right, Eggman. Let's get this party started.
And none of us seem to be doing anything tomorrow anyway.
Wow. We're flying way high.
They're not fun.
Come on, this is nothing. Let's keep moving.
Get away from the marker. The cannons are aiming this way.
Got it. Shit. Take this. Take this.
Just keep going.
All those Eggman robots.
Yeah. Take this. Here we go. Yeah. Take this.
I'll try to go as fast as I can with this. No, as the game was intended to.
Glad I can actually hear the music now. I can appreciate Final Fortress the way it was intended.
Give a hand to Crush 40 because I'm pretty sure they did all the music.
There are lots of
I know they did a lot of the things that actually have vocals. I think the BGM for the levels is somebody else.
really steep here. Be careful.
Live and learn.
It's not even in this game. Actually, this is before Live and Learn. I'm pretty sure. Wait, Live and Learn is 06,
After.
right? I thought.
No, his world is 6. Live and Learn is Adventure 2.
My bad. Got the two mixed up.
Adventure 1 has the best one.
Yeah, Open Your Heart is Adventure 1, Live and Learn is Adventure 2. Sonic Heroes and What I'm Made Of are Heroes. Shadow had a shit ton of music from a bunch of different shit artists.
Yeah, I Am All of Me is pretty good.
Yeah, I Am All of Me, All Hail Shadow, Eggman, and what the hell was the other one that kept putting in that game?
Also, can I just say that Digimon Frontier, has a pretty good opening.
Yes, we know.
Haven't.
Do you sure?
Yeah, then 06 was his world, which I feel to be possibly the only redeeming thing from that game. Secret Rings was 7 Rings in Hand. Black Knight was Knight of the Wind. That one was awesome. I think, did they do Endless Possibilities from Sonic Unleashed?
I don't remember.
You think any of us played Sonic Unleashed?
I did. I just don't remember if they were the ones who did the.
I played the demo. That's about it. Back when demos were
Again,
cool.
that was another one where that was another one where you just come from.
Sonic Unleashed wasn't terrible
Especially-
from what I understand. It actually wasn't, like, pretty alright.
It wasn't bad. It was just it was a poorly that was when they were starting to dabble into the 2.5D parts of Sonic levels, and the transition was not exactly complete.
Using your rocket excel.
Why am I Knuckles?
I don't know.
The game forced me to be Knuckles for some reason.
Oh, probably because of the way you landed on those rails.
I feel like I didn't need to be Knuckles for that, though.
Knuckles, we're counting on you.
You need to be here. Yeah, Endless Possibilities was alright, but really the orchestral version of it that plays during the final boss fight is really worth hanging around for.
It seems like
You talking about the final boss, or you talking about the final boss for Team Sonic?
No, the final boss from Sonic Unleashed is called
Oh.
Perfect Dark Gaia. But for that, rather than just rehashing the main theme like they've done for previous games, they actually did like an orchestral remix of the main theme, and it sounded fucking epic.
It's gonna triangle dive all the way. Speedrunning tech here. Learn from the best, MJ. Oh shit. No, not again. There we go. Fixed it. Controller.
No. I was gonna say Knuckles is in love with that wall.
What?
It's red. It's red, like him.
Knuckles, just because it's red does not mean you need to put your dicks in it.
No, it's just one. Singular.
Anyone else see me ramping off these turrets?
Yes.
Alright.
But MJ, echidnas only have one. It's just they have 5 heads on.
I thought it was 4.
No, it's 5.
Either way, it's weird.
Physiologically,
Yeah, it's one shaft, 4.
I don't understand why that is a thing.
I don't know. Ducks
Most other mammals are
I
But,
mean,
like-
to be fair, it just got the short end of the stick. Meanwhile, crocodiles, or alligators, one of them,
think it's the
they
same.
actually have 2 dicks that they can inflate to go from 0 to 3-way instantly.
Yeah, snakes have that too, I think.
I think it's just a reptile thing. I was gonna say ducks have a corkscrew penis that have spikes on it.
So do cats.
Cats? Yeah.
I don't think there's corkscrews though.
No, it's just spiky.
Theirs is just a barb, I think.
It's weird. I
Either
don't,
way,
People
like-
of the seed of their rivals.
I just don't get like the echidna thing where it's got 5 heads on it. I don't understand why that is physiologically necessary.
So that way they can do it with 4 kidneys at once,
why a corkscrew?
all in one thrust.
Why spikes?
I don't think it works that way, but at the same time, I'm not going to intentionally look up pictures of echidna penises just to tell you that it is real.
I wonder if I had to censor this. I'm not going to. Who am I kidding?
I mean, we've already established this is not child friendly. As long as you mark your content, as long as when you're, uploading your content, you just say that this is not child friendly.
I started uploading my videos
can't
to
be
Pornhub.
bothered. Yeah.
Please. The last thing I need is to hear my voice in one video and have fucking Danny Desire in the related.
Not even better. We'll just shop your voice into porn.
Oh wait, that's the end of the mission.
Please don't.
Yeah, no, actually, no correction. We'll shop your voice into SFM porn.
Let's not do that.
Too late doing it right now.
Perfect.
MJ's doing this of his own free accord, so
Yeah, he's doing this of his own volition.
I'm not actually doing this. I'm just trying to come up with things to talk about.
He's, as he says, as he's actually doing it, trying to deceive you.
I don't even have SFM.
I don't even know what that is.
Source Filmmaker.
Ah, now I know what that
The
is.
thing that they make most of the 3D porn with.
Gross and weird.
If you ever look up, Overwatch porn, 80% of it's going to be made with Source Filmmaker or Miku Band.
Gross and weird.
Another one of those ones where you gotta hit the head.
Nah, you don't have to do with these ones. Ah, shit. I did all that for nothing then. Yeah, like the bluish purple ones with the helmets are the ones you have to hit on the head. So I tried. I'm gonna try to
Oh, but, anyway, what I was saying before, I think that specific posting regulation states that as long as we are not openly describing anything vulgar or inappropriate, it does not count as that kind of inappropriate that you need to censor.
Alright then.
Yeah, the only reason you would have to censor it is if, have you seen Hell of a Boss?
Yeah.
Like, when Stolas was describing what he wanted to do to Blitz.
Or if I actually started describing what Kakamall Poacher was.
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, the only way you'd have to censor it is if someone is actively describing the subject. Which I have no desire to do.
Yeah, I don't either.
And while I would love to do it as a joke, I'm too tired to care.
Like I said, we'll finish off Team Sonics, and we'll do the last tomorrow.
That works. But yeah, better to leave that independent, like just voice chat MJ and just use it to confuse the shit out of Deadlock.
It's not that hard to
I
do.
could just use all of the. I could just start talking abbreviations and stuff and random things. Just talk about like Leona and Uro and just confuse them.
Or you could use that knowledge of yours to come up with a creative name for Zara.
Let's call it Passion Web.
Oh yeah, Chris, did you hear the names he said he wanted to call Zara?
What, the Deadlock wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got him. Deadlock. Where's my Deadlock chat? Frederick if male, Johanna if female.
Fuck?
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Very weird. Like, what odd choices for him.
Hmm.
Usually he likes to theme his things around something. I don't know what he's going for.
Germanic sounds like it.
Johanna does not sound Germanic.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's heavily Germanic.
Does not sound it to me.
No, it is. I just don't understand why he's taking that route with it. Especially those two. They don't seem to have anything in common.
You know what they say, Johanna means family.
Why call it like... No. Why not call it like something like Siegfried or Kukulane?
He's probably trying to name it something he hasn't named it already.
Plus, Kukulane is gay, like he wouldn't do that.
Oh, it's stuck in the laser.
Did you just say Kukulane was gay?
Gaelic.
Oh, okay. I was confused there. Because he does have the gay bulge.
Yeah, the gay bulge is a weapon. I'm aware.
No, the gay bulge.
Not again with this,
It's
MJ.
the best mistranslated version ever.
He kept saying something about that earlier with his Pokemon. Not really sure what he was going off about.
What? About their gay bulge? What?
Isn't that what you were saying something earlier?
No.
Oh no. No, you were definitely
I was
saying.
making if I said stuff like that, I was making reference to the Fate Stay Night Abridged.
Well, that's what you're doing. I don't know.
I don't even think I was earlier.
Either way, probably better to avoid coming up with names referring to things that only you would understand.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a history nerd.
Maybe
Then
we'll,
again, if it's a vulgar acronym that you could just inform Zach and I via PM or something what it means, that I find acceptable.
How good looking.
we skip this. Damn it, I can't skip it. Lasers. Lasers and cannons.
They gave the rail just cool sound effects. And
Yeah.
Why don't we call it the Charizard?
Call what the Charizard.
Yeah, his Aaron.
He just comes in
I
and
can't
kicks the air
actually
and just.
explain this one, but that's what it is.
I'd be annoyed for Deluxe if we named it the Charizard.
I'll destroy everything that comes my way.
Get me out of this level. Ugh. I want to be done so I can go to sleep.
It's hilarious, isn't it, Chris?
let me see.
I thought you'd like it.
And what is that called?
The Charizard.
Yeah. Okay. That would work.
I mean, we're not actually doing that one because I think he hates Charizard.
I'm curious.
It's in the chat.
After you're done recording, read
Yeah.
the chat. Because I'm pretty sure you'd have to blur it if you look at it now.
I'm scared now.
There they are.
Eggman robot.
Leave them to me, Sonic. Shit. Here we
Leave
go.
it to me. Dave. Dave.
Okay.
Dave.
Why can't I aim at these damn things? Thank you.
Look at all.
I love how they employ various sports elements. Sonic is track and field, Knuckles is volleyball, the way he spikes them when he's in the air, and Tails is soccer, although he does it very poorly.
You're talking about the team boss?
You know what?
No, I'm talking about just what they do when you switch to them. If we're talking about the Team Blast, then Knuckles is, what do you call that, that weight throwing? Not shot put, the other one, where you actually get a spinning start.
No
I
idea.
think it's. Oh no, yeah, no. The thing where they have to hold the thing and then throw it, right?
Yeah, hold it, and then they get a spinning start, and then they let it fly.
Yeah.
God damn it,
Is it not still a shot put though? I know it's not the same thing.
No, a shot put is the steel ball where you hold it up to your face and or hold it up like towards the side of your face and you throw it.
No, I know that. But I'm
Like
just wondering, is it still called the same thing?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's.
Only four
It's
lasers.
called. It's some.
A hero's welcome.
1, 2, 3, 4 lasers. We better watch out.
Even with four lasers.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Big laser.
Got it. Here we go.
It took me forever to find that like the way you're supposed to avoid that.
You son of a bitch.
You were right there.
You saw that, right?
Yes.
Oh, we managed to build something.
I thought I was gonna make it, but no. Apparently, I didn't have enough speed.
You could have tossed a rock at the goal ring.
God damn it. Now I really feel cheated. Whatever, this part's pretty quick, so...
All right. It's the blue laser.
Red laser fire!
I like how they tell me the color which laser's firing. That doesn't help, though.
Only
No, it really doesn't.
a hero's welcome.
1, 2, 3, 4 laser beams! You better watch out!
Even his four laser beams.
Maybe jump at the end of the run.
I'm just gonna stay Tails.
Leave it to me. Let's go!
Just fly.
Yeah, it took me a couple of goes of this mission to realize, oh wait, switch to the flying person and just hover over it.
Here we go.
Whatever, this goddamn mission is done. And now we're terrorists.
No more so than Eggman himself.
Well, by definition, we're still terrorists.
Well, by definition, a terrorist is someone who spreads fear for political or religious.
Shoot. Not my
This is
kid.
probably political.
You never really understand why Eggman's doing what he does.
Yeah, so it could be political. Or,
Could be.
or religious, who knows? Maybe he's sacrificing these animal to an elder god of some sort.
We do know that he does have some kind of political awareness because he straight up threatens the president of the United States in Adventure
Oh yeah,
2.
he is 100% a terrorist in Shadow the Hedgehog, and in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Especially in 2.
And Sonic X.
He uses a space laser to destroy half of the moon in Adventure 2.
Which is terrorism's in his blood, his grandfather made it. Also, that whole storyline is really fucked, honestly, thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
not even for like what they're doing. I mean, like the storyline itself is messed up because his grandfather did it because of anger, but then he also did it trying to protect everyone.
Well, he originally wanted to. He did originally want to help people because Maria was clinically ill, and one of his main motivations for the original Project Shadow was coming up with a way to cure people with otherwise incurable diseases.
Yeah.
Granted.
But he still made the art, which
But-
is said to be for Black Doom, but also because he created the.
Well, the space colony was pre-existing. It was a research station. He threw in with Black Doom after several failed attempts at creating the ultimate life form and failing to produce one that could actually stay alive. Black Doom offered his blood to basically sustain that iteration of Shadow, and the trade-off was that when the time came, that Shadow would help Black Doom take over the planet. Gerald was fairly desperate at that point, so he acquiesced. And then you know how the rest ends. The military found out, got their hands on the research, destroyed the place, killed Maria, Shadow, basically became a slave.
Man, Maria did not deserve that. She was just there.
Yeah. Well, then again, a lot of people on the Ark got the same treatment.
Yeah.
But boss, it looked like she was reaching for my gun, says the American soldier.
No, the military went through that place end of Evangelion style, just fucking murdering everyone.
I mean, they probably had a QRF on standby replacing AK by the body.
Almost destroyed the Egg Emperor here. There we go. And just like that, done. I used to struggle with this boss, honestly, with all the characters, but I haven't really had any problems with them.
Yeah. After the annoyance that is the Egg Albatross, Egg Emperor was pretty easy.
Well, no, I used to struggle with as a kid. Like, Egg Albatross is the same thing, just keep spamming the A button. Well, you just gotta get in the right position.
Like, I look back at some of the games that I struggled with as a kid, and I know I would, like, not to toot my own horn here, but I was a fairly bright kid, like, even when I was younger. And I think back, and I'm like, how the fuck did you struggle with this?
Yeah.
Not really. Come on, tell me you weren't scared. If it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have had a chance. Well, maybe you're right. Thanks, Knuckles. You too, Tails.
I don't get why Knuckles looks so flustered there.
I don't think he expected Sonic to admit he was right.
Later, guys. I'm out of here.
I
Alright.
don't,
He's not keeping up with them.
I don't understand why he chooses her. He could easily outrun her and just be rid of her.
I think it's more because it's fun to him that she'll never actually get what she wants because damn, she's a crazy bitch.
It's kind of a dick thing to do, Sonic.
Dude, she looks sane if you compare her to Rosie.
I don't even remember Rosie.
It's because
I mentioned earlier, she
Yeah.
was
Oh,
parallel universe. Canon.
crazy yandere girl.
Yeah, her idea of loving Scourge was trying to crush his head with her hammer.
I mean, that just sounds like normal marriage.
Well, AJ hasn't tried to do that to me yet. But when she found out that regular Sonic was another Sonic like Scourge was, she tried to crush his head as well.
Hmm.
And I'm talking like Rena Ryugu from Higurashi level of creep.
Well, that's the Sonic story done, so the only thing left is the last.
Yep.
We just gotta get through these credits. They've got What I'm Made Of by Crush 40.
Definitely one of their better songs in my opinion.
I'm just kind of reading random names as they come down. Like Takashi Nagasako, Studio Uni, John St. John, Bill Corky.
I did not recognize any of those names.
I don't know neither. I'm just saying random names. Katsumi Yabuno?
Yabuno.
I assume that was correct. Sofdeck, never heard of them. Sega Corporation, never heard of them.
Isao Oguchi, Hideki Okamura, Masaya Maeda. Oh, Maeda.
Yoko Nagasawa.
Yosuke Yamada.
Hideki Irie?
Irie.
Sean Dobbins. Good job, Sean. Mike Sherlock. Matt O'Driscoll. Giuseppe.
Giuseppe!
You should try his dresses.
Line 6. Thank you, Line 6. Ugh. Sonic Team, Sega, original game, 2003. Defeat Last Evil.
Defeat Last Evil.
I kind of want to do this now,
Yeah, sure.
but I also want to
Go
sleep.
for it.
Alright.
I mean, it shouldn't take too long.
No, this isn't too terribly long.
Then you may sleep content with the knowledge that if you could beat Metal Sonic when you're drowsy,
I think I see the silhouette of the real villain.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Omo
Mecha Chow.
Chow. Well, I'm going to put this into a separate part, so goodbye and hello.